up, fam? I am Exception, and it's time to get back to the beginner's guide. I'm probably going to play this only today, or all of this today, and try to finish it up, and I'll be releasing it over probably 3 or 4 days in a row. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to go in the future, but I'm going to play this out because I'm just too enthralled in this game. I love it too much, and I want to say something to begin this video. Instead of immediately getting into the game, I want to read something from Gusa, GU5A, I think that's how he wants it to be pronounced, pronounced Gusa, I believe. So thank you for the content, Mac. Fam, something I want to convey as clearly as possible as I can to you guys. Doing this channel, making these videos, it's abnormal for me. It's different. It forces me to adhere. It forces me to have a structure to my life. And if I'm left with no structure, like, I'll just do fucking whatever I want to do all the time, which sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds really cool. But for me, at least, it ends up in a lot of not doing anything and just stagnating. So doing this channel and having a reason and a purpose to every day and needing to pump out a video, before that would have shocked me. That would, that would have been abrasive to me. But I actually have come to really appreciate this in my life, making these videos. And again, I just want to tell you from the bottom of my balls how much I appreciate that you guys appreciate it, and that we can have a jolly good time on this channel and enjoy each other's presence and all that happy horse shit. So let's get back to this game that I am so excited to continue and hopefully finish today. Let's do it. All right, talk to us again, Dad.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one.
All right.
That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Of course, staying true to form in the first 2 videos, I'm going to break down everything. There are a number of reasons why it could have taken Coda so much longer to make it through this game that may not always be evident in a final product. You know, I mean, sometimes a masterpiece can be stunningly simple, but take forever to make just because simplicity doesn't always mean... Holy fuck! Okay, alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. In this scene, Jill playing as me. We are a gathering of professionals. First, we'll start out and lean against the wall. This wall. Okay? I can do that. Lean! Alright, it's good. Stay right there, okay? The woman across the room in the chair is a professional photographer of animals. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is one chance to learn something from her, to gain something and succeed. Go on, say something to her. Where the fuck is she? Ooh, there she is. Wise, happy, focused, successful. Heart attack Mac over here. I'm just gonna say what up. How you doing, babe? Hello, that's it. So far, that's not... Okay, I understand that. It's the beginning of a conversation, though. You need to actually converse with her, be a human being. That's how you start a conversation, ma'am. Do it again. I'm super scared right now. I'm not, so no. I like you. You're all my hopes and dreams. I'm not gonna dive in that quick. I like you, though, because she did pick me apart for being such a basic bitch, so I do like you. No, that's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just the moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There are a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. That comes to bounce when you touch them to represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. Wow, for some reason I suck at reading right now. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. I'll bet you've planned to lean into the pain. Wait, hold on, my bad. I'll bet you've learned to lean into the pain. What are some sacrifices you've had to make? Who is it? Did they explain who this person is and I'm just missing it completely right now? She's just a photographer of fucking animals. So why would I assume that it's about to get so deep? What are some sacrifices you've had to make? You're messing it all up again. Damn, bro, you got some high expectations of me. You freak out in a conversation and it gets personal that quickly. Do not realize how important this was for me. I'll never get another opportunity like this. Everything was writing on this. I'm guessing this is a love interest with Coda. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. That was probably a not a reconstruction, in a way a reconstruction, but that was probably a fucking, what's the word I'm looking for? It was a when they do something again to represent something. What the fuck? I can't believe I'm missing it out right now. But that was him replaying, let's just put fucking basically, my bad, him with an interaction with a chick and feeling like he was insecure when trying to converse with her. And through the options that we were, oh shit! Through the options that we were selecting, it was representing how he couldn't say anything right. Okay, yes, now this is working.
The game ends with this eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
I want to talk so bad right now.
But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and...
Cool, I can pause. I need to keep remembering that I can pause. I've said it like 3 or 4 times already during these videos, fam. The narrator is prioritizing what he wants for Coda more so than what Coda wants for Coda. Coda does not have things figured out. Coda is secluding. I've been there. I know a lot of people have been there. It's nothing special about me. It's nothing special about Coda. But in a lot of ways, that's a great way to analyze. Is it a slippery slope? Absolutely. Do I believe that the narrator has his best interests or what he believes are Coda's best interests at heart? Probably. But to assume that you should push someone to change in a way that you believe they should change, I'm sorry, I can't say that that's okay. I can't agree with that. That's not... No, let people fucking be who they want to be. If they're going to seclude and fade away, let me draw a connection really quickly, and it's about to get real dark right here. I've talked about suicide a couple of times on this channel, fam. I would never convince anyone to not commit suicide. I believe it is selfish to tell someone to not commit suicide. Same way it's selfish for the narrator to tell Coda to not seclude. If he feels like fucking secluding, something's going on in his life and he believes that that is the appropriate way to respond to it. To have such a basic bitch angle and to say like, no, come out of your shell. It doesn't work like that. You can show options. You can try to offer a helping hand in a very subtle way, but to go over the top with it and tell him that he's wrong or to suggest that he's not doing it correctly, it's eating me alive every single time this narrator keeps analyzing that Coda needed to change. Even he keeps slipping down this darker and darker path, and I get that. And for a lot of people would be like, you know, you should probably not go there. It's dangerous. But that's where a lot of deep shit is buried. And you don't usually get there without sliding down there. So is it perfect? Is it right? Am I perfect? Am I right? No, I'm not going to say that anybody's wrong. But in terms of how I see it, it's really tough to listen to sometimes. Deep Mac is back. Well, Mac is just thinking this in his mind. She reminds me. he has stated a couple of times in this that he has argued with Coda about how he should be doing his games, what he should be doing. So he has been in Coda's face before about this type of thing. However, just him elaborating on his thought process, it's unfortunate to hear his thought process because, in my opinion, it's very self-centered. It's very narrow-minded, and it's very confined to his thought process and not taking into consideration the whole realm of what Coda is and what he's doing, what he's going through, all of that. If it sounds like there's a personal connection, it's because there is. My older brother and it's a very similar type thing to this. I hate to draw a connection between Coda and myself because I don't think I'm anywhere near as deep as Coda. But like I said, I have experienced things like that before. And my older brother, I feel is so extremely disconnected, very, very narrow-minded, very, he's set on his own path, and that's the only thing that he sees. So if it sounds like this is a personal type thing, it's because it is.
It took another 5 months to make a new game.
Regardless of everything going on, Mobius Trip, to play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Oh, I'm all about this. Regardless of where this is going, so again, maybe it's just a perverse point of view on my behalf. Maybe I'm wrong. I fully admit to the capacity of being wrong. Absolutely, because I'm not fucking perfect. But I am so excited to see where Coda goes. It's sort of like, again, I've mentioned this a couple of times on the channel as well. Nine Inch Nails, one of my favorite bands. I love that Trent Reznor, who is Nine Inch Nails, tortured himself to make that music because there's a beauty to it. You know, he's secluded. He's just a very intricate individual, just like Coda appears to be. And that creates such a beauty. Is it something that flames out? Probably. Is it something that has a short lifespan that isn't, it's absolutely not normal. Don't get me wrong for a second. And I understand why normal people would suggest that people live normal lives. But again, maybe it's just a little bit morbid. Maybe it's just a little bit, maybe I should be better than to appreciate such insanity. But I appreciate this. I see this and I'm just like, I see the depth of emotion and I see the depth of pain and seclusion and all these crazy, usually perceived as negative things on full display, and I'm just like biting into it. Well, Mac, I see your point, but some people need to change. Killers need to change. It's the way we communicate that people need to change is what's bad. Gusa, I will politely disagree with you there. In terms of when people need to change, what society deems as acceptable is understandable. You know, murder is pretty harsh. Child molestation is pretty fucking crazy. Rape is a horrible thing. And I understand those things. But what constructs a person and their point of view and their perception of reality over time, when they were born, all of that shit, it's hard for me to say that anyone is wrong. Even, and this is, I'm going to need you guys to understand this, but even like child molesters, rapists, murderers, and stuff like that, do I think, like, if I had the opportunity to stop any of them, absolutely I would, because that's my path in life. Just like their path in life is to be a child molester, is to be a rapist, is to be a murderer. Can we try to encourage them or show them that, hey, you know, touching little kids is probably not the best thing to do? Do you understand why? Okay, but you weren't born with their mind or their soul. If you were born with their mind and their soul and their perception on reality, can you imagine how foreign it would be if someone was telling you? Like, imagine here, let me put you in their shoes. Imagine the whole world was saying that you should molest little kids. And you're standing there going, that's fucking weird. Why would I want to do that? All of a sudden, you're the outcast. So I'm not saying that it's okay, that all of those things are good, and we shouldn't try to help them see things differently. It's, I guess to see them as wrong. When an equation is right or wrong, it has a definitive answer, and there's no answer to life. Does it make any sense? I don't know, maybe not. The chat's been blown up. Damn, I really want to just elaborate all on this shit, but we're going to go ahead and continue forth with the game. We're 16 minutes in. We barely played any of it. Let's keep going. Did I click on it? I did. Okay, I'm playing with my eyes closed, as it told me to. It told me to keep my eyes closed, right? Am I supposed to be doing anything? What's... I kind of want to open my eyes just to make sure I'm not missing anything. What? How am I... Can't you do something? Can you fix... Wait, hold up. I'm blind. Oh, was I supposed to... I was supposed to keep my eyes closed, right? I would... If I was just... Okay, I guess I didn't...
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already.
Okay.
It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise.
Okay.
And there is a solution, by the way.
Help, I'm blind. I can't see anything. What's going on? What's going on? There's giant door, and then my vision went black. What's going on? Can you do something? Can you fix this? Please, someone talk to me. Please, how do I solve this? Please don't let this be forever. Oh, here we go again. I love these guys who are blind. They're awesome. Help, I'm blind. I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to... Please, someone talk to me. Is there anything else going to happen here? We gonna get another option here? Nope. So asking people to talk to us. But let's take just a second here. I'm not going to elaborate on this forever, but the way that I perceive this initially is that he's approaching the door again to progress through his life, and he doesn't know what to do this time. He's blind. He's crashing into it. It's kind of... I see this as kind of the beginning of a spiraling. Okay, here we go. So we tried 1 and 3 and then didn't do shit. Let's do I can't see anything. Did we try it? Please tell me how to solve this. I think we tried that one last time, right? Shit. So we tried... I love these guys. Please, someone help me do something. Can you get out? Okay, so I don't think that the first option matters. Let's do it. What's going on? Hey, look, guys, the 3 dots. The 3 dots keep playing a factor here. Okay. Please, someone... Oh, here we go. Yay! Now we're over the door. The only way is to stop is to speak something that is honest. I am bursting with creative energy. I can't help making these. My work is always fun. I'm bursting creative energy. Deuces! Okay. Let's try this again. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, it opened. Help, I'm blind. Okay, well, give me a second to read these this time, please.
Alright, let me explain how you're supposed to do this.
No!
On either side of the room are elevators, which go up to an upper level. You have to go up, walk over to the person who's standing there, and then select dialogue option number 2.
Got it. I can't keep making these. Oh, snap. I don't feel it anymore.
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
So, again, I want to be very clear with this. I am never attempting to say, I apologize if I've come across this way, but I'm never attempting to say that you shouldn't try to help anyone who is sliding down a dark path like Coda very much is, or like the narrator is beginning to say that he, is losing him. To try, yes, you should absolutely try, but the only thing that I'm attempting to encourage is the entire scope of things, instead of just a narrow, hey, something's wrong with you. You shouldn't be wrong, be right. You know? To be more to understand Coda just compared to believing that he's wrong. Anyway, I don't feel it anymore. I'm out of ideas. It's draining me. I don't think that he's out of ideas. I really don't think that he's out of ideas. That sounds totally off because it doesn't seem like it hasn't been regressing in terms of creativity. It's, if anything, it's been getting progressively crazier and crazier. I believe it's draining him, and I don't believe he's not feeling it more either. Or maybe he's not feeling it more because it's draining him. Keep going, keep talking. I haven't been honest. I can't figure out how to say the thing. I thought it was going to be easy. You thought life was going to be easy, brother? Because unfortunately it isn't. Well, it is and it isn't. I haven't been honest. I can't figure out how to say the thing. It would make a lot of sense to me if he believes that he can't figure out how to convey what he believes he needs to convey. It makes a lot of sense to me that that's how he would feel, because he keeps making these games that are barely even anywhere close to beginning, no less complete, and he keeps abandoning them because he doesn't know how to convey what he wants to say. So, how do you say the thing, brother? You're doing it, it's working. I'm alone, I'm stuck in it, I have to work harder. He's definitely alone, he's definitely stuck in it. He continues to try, so I mean, I don't really believe that he needs to work harder. I'd say that he's stuck in it for sure. Although, we're going to be okay. Are we, Coda? This looks more and more like you're going to kill yourself, buddy.
His games are going to get more desperate from here on out.
Oh, okay.
After
so
this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
It's getting good, fam. Not that it wasn't before. It's been good all along, but it's getting gooder. Hello. Where am I? What is this? Let's do a what is this? Woo! Where did this island come from? How do I get out of here? Hello, is anyone here? Hello, is anyone here? Sweet. I love the jam. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. ... What's wrong? You look lost. I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. I have nothing left to give to my work. When I try to create, I feel empty. Which is what I'd believe. Can I jump to this island? Nope. There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find the engine that used to protect me to start it again. I'm trying to think if there's any way to break those down. I'm trying to find the engine that used to protect me to start it again. For some reason it feels like there's something deep in that, but I just can't find it right now. Maybe protect him from himself, I guess. The machine that kept him going and it stopped. Where are we going? Oh, there it is. Wait, you're looking for a machine? Metaphorically, yes. I believe. This is a very nice fucking place. What? You have to take me to it. I need to see it to know why it stopped. Sure. I'm guessing it ends here. Because I can't seem to progress anywhere else. Oh, never mind. Was this always available?
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, This one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
It's a sense of expression, dude. Just because somebody's falling doesn't mean they lose their expression, especially if they're such an expressive person as Dakota is. I mean, some of the most beautiful works of art are from desperate, lost fucking places, as Coda appears to be. So that's why I believe he continues to try. I can take you to it, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a difficult puzzle. If you can help me solve the puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal. Deal, deal. It doesn't matter what I say, does it? We're going to end up there one way or another, right? I wonder if the puzzle is going to be the one we're used to. It's going to be interesting. Come along, I'll show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Yeah, but I don't know. There are a lot of different ways to view that for me. But as unfortunate as that may or may not be... Can I jump off this? No, I can't. Okay. So Coda is secluding more and more and more. And yes, that's abnormal. And it's inhuman. Because human beings by nature have a large degree of social nature to them. Did I fuck that up? I think I did. So I understand the narrator's concern, but I don't know, maybe I'm just stuck in my fucking head about like how what I believe the narrator should have been doing this whole time. The way that I see it, for right or wrong, is if I were the narrator, I would have been telling Coda, hey dude, hey man, if you need anybody to talk to, you know I'm fucking here, right? But at the same time, do you. If it's where you think you need to go in life, go for those experiences, figure it out, dive in, man. If you need a hand out of that fucking pool, I'm here for you, and my hand's always ready. But I'm not gonna put up a fence around the pool, or I'm not gonna tell you that you shouldn't dive into it. Because personally, from my experiences, diving into that pool is immersive. I know that's kind of repetitive, but I'm gonna read a comment real quick. Thank you. Rami Rodwin shared with us, what if Coda is the narrator? I did consider this. It makes some sense in a regard. It'd make a lot of sense in a lot of ways, but the way in which he's kind of presenting this all so far, it seems unlikely, but I would not be super surprised if he was talking about this as his previous life and of him coming out of it. But he does seem pretty disconnected. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. We're going to find out, aren't we?